Welcome back to the Indiana Outdoors podcast. My name is Kelsey.
I'm Nate.
I'm Graham.
And I'm Bishop.
Welcome back. Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing today?
Amazing. I'm really excited for this one.
I'm so excited. Bishop, how are you?
I'm better now that I'm here to talk about
Aww.
what we're going to talk about. I'm so
That's
excited.
so nice. Nate, how are you?
I'm hanging in there. Today's pretty solid.
Pretty solid.
How
Solid
about you?
Thursday. I'm also
You guys are returning, right? I think
Yes.
this is our first time in the
Yeah.
Well-
semester.
Well, I'm on every time.
Right. Yeah. Shout out podcast producer.
And I will be back next time. But yes, Nate is returning for his second podcast appearance. And
Let's
then
go.
we have Graham and Bishop for their first of the semester.
Woo!
Graham,
Very
you might have
fun.
seen in
It
previous
feels good to be
episodes, but
back.
Yeah. You like the vibes today?
I love the vibes today.
I'm so excited for today's episode. We're doing a bird podcast.
Ooh.
But it's a special bird podcast. Oh, never mind. I forgot I have to introduce a friend.
Oh.
Okay, because we have this guy here with us. Here's a little backstory. This will be so fast, and then we'll talk about birds. So we had a mascot. Indiana Outdoors had a squirrel mascot. His name was Horatio. You may have seen him in previous episodes. We love him so much. He was taken from us. We don't know where he went.
Unjustly.
We don't know where he went. We don't know where he is. We don't know if he is like in a room somewhere or if he is no longer with us.
I love the
no.
implications behind in a room somewhere.
We don't know
Justice
where.
for Horatio.
We've yet
Just-
to receive a note.
We would love to have, if anybody sees this and knows where our lovely squirrel friend is, please let us know.
If you see squirrel hanging off of bark, like not a real one, but
Yeah,
like
not
a little bit real.
squirrel. Don't take a real squirrel.
Yeah,
on
don't
our
just
behalf.
rip a squirrel off a tree.
No, let them be. We had a yeah. If you see a squirrel around, let us
Send
know.
them our way.
But in the meantime, we were like, we still need a mascot. We need a little guy. Here he is. I don't think he has a name yet.
I was gonna ask, does he have a name?
Comment down
That
below.
was my-
Comment the
Yeah.
name.
Comment what name we should name him or her or whoever. So anyways, sorry, I had to do that introduction because he was in the last episode and I didn't introduce him, so I just had like a cow sitting next to me. Anyways, today's topic, birds, Indiana birds, but with a twist because I have found 10 of the most commonly seen around Indiana, around the Midwest birds. And I have paired them up, so we have 5 pairings, and we're doing, I guess, kind of like March Madness bracket style, who would win in a fight.
Wait,
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Is there a bracket?
Well, okay, I don't really know what that means. Doesn't that
What?
just mean you pair them up together?
Bracket? I mean, I guess, but it's
Guys,
like
I
it's
don't
supposed
know.
to be. It's a little bit more like multifaceted than that. So it's like there's like 2 and then 2 and then 2 and then 2, and sometimes like depending on how many brackets there are, there'll be like another list of them, and then like whoever wins, they move up in the bracket.
Well, I know that.
Oh, well then,
You got it. You know
Yeah.
what a bracket is.
then you know what a bracket is.
Well, I was like, I don't know, like,
Do you ever play Smash? Like Smash Ultimate? This is
Like-
gonna be like the most cringe
like Super Smash.
explanation. Yes.
Yeah.
I have.
Have you ever played tournament mode?
Maybe.
It's that.
Who's to say? Okay.
Just that.
Anyways, I've paired up some birds. We're gonna decide who would win in a fight. I have paired them up to try and have like what seem to be even matches. I have some traits about their personalities that I'm gonna share with you, and then we're gonna have debates. And for some of them, we're gonna try and play some bird calls. How exciting is this?
This is gonna be great.
I'm excited.
I'm hyped.
Should we get into our... Nate is like, he can cheat. He can see them.
I will avert my gaze. I'll look the other way.
He's already placing his bets. He knows what's going down.
Okay. Are we ready for our first pairing?
I'm so
I
ready.
think so.
Okay.
Yes.
First up, because we are the Ball State Cardinals, we have the Northern Cardinal
Mm.
up against the American Goldfinch. Bright red bird
Oh.
versus bright yellow bird.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Okay, some traits about the cardinal. I tried to pick out traits that like were specific to who would win in a fight, who would like help you decide that.
I won't lie to
Those-
you. I already have my answer for this.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay. The cardinal can be aggressive when guarding territory
Mhm.
and may be aggressive toward other male cardinals, but they're quite nice when their mating season is not happening. So maybe it depends on when you are fighting this bird. And then I will play the call of a northern cardinal.
Beautiful.
Okay, keep that
Chirp,
in your
chirp,
mind.
baby.
Chirp chirp.
Chirp chirp.
Yeah, I will also add, they're our mascot. So
Yeah.
that's some points for them.
We're not unbiased.
Slightly.
Definitely not. The American goldfinch is described as lighthearted and cheery, social and active, and very intelligent. And this is the American goldfinch song.
Very pretty.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
Erratic, it feels like,
Mm-hmm.
Now, fight. Who would win?
It's like death battle.
Yeah.
Graham, since you said you already have your opinion, would you like to share first?
That analysis only confirmed what I was thinking. And I won't lie, I was a little bit worried that the Cardinal was going to get knocked out round 1, but I'm going to go Cardinal on this one. The Finch, like in the description and in the bird call, just sounds
Weak?
How dare you?
Bird.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't sound like, I feel like maybe it has the strats on the Cardinal because it was intelligent.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, I don't think it has much.
Yeah, like how much is intelligence really going to come into a fight
Yeah.
with a cardinal?
Yeah.
How much thinking is the goldfinch really going to do? I love goldfinches. It makes my heart happy every time I see one, but it's not going to beat a cardinal.
They're very pretty. But that won't win you a fight. Anyways, Nate.
Especially if it's not nice season for the
Yeah,
Cardinals.
exactly.
I love the specification for that.
Honestly, I would go with the Finch on this because
No way.
I'm thinking more of like brains over bronze here. If the Finch can outsmart the Cardinal, it doesn't have to really fight. It can just use the
Be
big brain
better.
moves.
It can just be better.
It can just be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if the Cardinal decides to be better?
Okay. But if you
It's a good point.
if you're like
Real intelligent conversation we're having here.
Yeah, but what about nuh-uh?
Yeah.
No, but
Did
what
you
if-
ever consider that?
I feel like, how if you're a really good fighter, like okay, whatever. But if let me finish. But if
In a conversation about fighting. I'm sorry, go ahead.
put it aside for a second. Like if you're I agree with Nate. If you're up against a really smart bird, okay. Has anybody seen the hit Christmas movie Home Alone?
Yeah.
Imagine the goldfinch is setting traps like crazy. Okay, listen.
No, I'm
going somewhere
like
with this.
I actually kind of see
Yeah, because those
let
two
her
guys,
cook.
they're let me cook. Those are like two like actual real adult men who like are probably stronger than Kevin,
Yeah.
a little kid. But you know what? Kevin had such a massive brain that he got him.
He did get him.
So Goldfinch wins. Also, I don't think I'm supposed to be part of the debate, but I inserted myself.
That's fair.
Are we able to pick a winner?
Well,
Or are we leaving
well-
it at
I really
who's to say?
counterpoint. It's a movie called Home Alone.
Yeah. I don't think
Could
I don't
happen.
think Kevin
I guess.
McAllister was happy and free spirited as a goldfinch in that movie. I
True.
think he had a lot going on.
Yeah.
I feel like there's real life applications of that movie to the situation right now.
To the goldfinch?
Yes.
I could see like if I don't know where the finch lives in relation to the cardinal, but I could see
Let's
like
assume they're in the octagon together.
I'm well, okay.
But the
That
finch.
that
but the
threw a
finch
wrench in everything I was to say.
well, like
I was gonna say
like
if the
a-
finch was like in its natural habitat and it's smarter, that gives it like an environmental advantage,
let's
and like
say
it like knows and it's smarter. So
There-
maybe
They're in just like a general natural outdoor area that also is an arena, like the Hunger Games.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to go with the cardinal
I still think the Cardinals well.
because I feel like it doesn't it have size on the finch.
It does.
Finches
Cardinals
are
much
small.
better. Yeah, they're generally bigger than finches.
And cardinals aren't dumb.
Fair point. No, we are not. Nate?
I still think the Finch, but I'll give it to him.
Well, we can also, because I was also going to vote for the Finch, we can open it up to our two other people
Oh,
in the
yeah.
room here if you want to vote. We have LJ sitting in and Cole is helping us on cameras.
I don't want to strip anyone of their human rights, but ideally,
That's crazy. That's a crazy way to begin.
ideally we should only have one person voting so that they're like the tiebreaker. Otherwise, it's just gonna. It might be another.
I mean,
tie.
it can be like the Jackbox where it's like audience comes to one collective answer.
LJ, what do you think?
I'm feeling Finch, you know.
What?
I like it.
This is
No
exactly what I'm
way.
doing.
This
yeah.
is perfectly split. How do you
Okay.
think a Finch is gonna win?
The Finch, okay, the Finch is lighthearted and cheery, social,
Oh.
and active.
They're not on mic. We should. LJ voted Finch and Cole
yeah.
voted Cardinal, so it's still split.
Yeah, we're still split. And Cole asked for the Goldfinch stuff again. So the Goldfinch is lighthearted and cheery, social, and active, and very intelligent.
I really don't think
is
intelligence-
very intelligent for a bird.
Yeah, like is it good at scrounging for food? Because like that could be intelligent. Like it knows where to find its food.
Yeah,
It's
like
cool.
it can use a stick to grab a bug.
Yeah.
That's that's not gonna help it fight a cardinal.
Okay, you know what? I
Unless it
can
uses the stick
be
as like a weapon.
I can be swayed to Cardinal.
Okay.
You just okay. I can be swayed to Cardinal because I'm gonna be honest. I kind of just wanted to make a fight happen between the two sides.
It worked.
I
It worked really well.
no, I could see both sides, but I think Cardinal is aggressive, so it's gonna win.
Nice.
Yeah.
Especially in their
enough.
not nice season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. If it's not nice season, it's over.
Cardinal wins.
Yay! Chirp
Yay.
chirp.
On
Chirp,
to round
chirp.
2.
Definitely not biased.
Definitely not biased. No, because I gave you traits and you decided, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Our next pairing is the mourning dove
Mm.
and the eastern bluebird.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. These are
Okay.
not what I expected.
These
I was
these-
expecting like Raven versus Hawk. And
Well, this is my like gentle pairing of like two birds.
okay.
Okay, so we might get
Yeah.
the fighters later.
Yeah.
Oh, just wait. The dove, here's where you're going to be surprised, can be very aggressive. I put it in all caps in my notes. Very aggressive when guarding territory, but otherwise are calm and friendly to people, which is why you see them like on the streets of cities and they're just like,
Right.
chilling. They do prefer familiar surroundings and situations over fast-paced environments. And I think everybody knows what the mourning dove sounds like, but I will play you the sound. Amazing.
That's nice.
I
Truly
love
the
that sound.
Emo of the bird world.
So now the eastern bluebird is very social, can gather into huge flocks of 100 or more sometimes. They're defensive during the breeding season and guard their feeding territory in winter. And I have the bluebird song for you.
Ah.
That's the call of an angry bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that game.
Fight!
Angry?
That's my favorite part of this.
I don't know. I do want to point out, this is such a nitpick, but I'm a biologist. Mourning doves aren't the same as pigeons. Pigeons are rock
I
doves.
so was thinking of a pigeon. You're so right.
Yeah, those are rock doves.
Yeah.
Which
Never
are
mind.
different. But that's fine because the bluebird is absolutely going to win so
My-
easily.
Wow.
Oh man. My gut says go with the bluebird, but like part of me really wants to like say that the dove, because that sound relaxes me to the point of like I will fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me wants to think that like the dove would like do its call,
Whoa.
and then the bluebird would fall asleep, and then the dove would just...
Don't get me wrong. I don't want the mourning dove to lose.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to.
The all caps very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Very
Is
aggressive when guarding their territory.
So imagine like if you get near their like nest,
Yeah.
they'll kick and fight.
Are these birds allowed to, like, because you said bluebirds like swarm, so are they allowed to
That's
like
what I'm
call
thinking,
upon
See,
their legions?
that was what my. Actually, first let's hear from Nate.
Yeah.
Your initial thoughts, and then we'll get into it.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna give it to the bluebird on that, just for how aggressive they're sounding from like the audio clip and just the description of them. Like I feel like they're just gonna go playing haymakers on them.
100 tiny haymakers from 100 tiny birds.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also am thinking like strength in numbers. So I'm saying
Yeah.
they are allowed to call upon their.
They are okay.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I mean, all's fair in love and war.
Yeah, I think it's fair if like, because not all birds are gonna like fight together,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So if they are, then that's a strength for in the favor of like the bluebird.
Mm-hmm.
I will also say, like, the mourning dove, it says they prefer familiar surroundings and situations over fast-paced environments. And I'm just picturing, like, if you're a mourning dove and then a swarm of 100 eastern bluebirds comes down upon you, like, you're probably not going to do very well with that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a familiar environment.
Yeah.
You are freaking out, like, oh my god.
Yeah. So,
I think we can be unanimous on that. Then.
unanimous
Yeah.
on
I'm so
bluebird.
sorry,
Bluebird.
mourning dove.
We are sorry.
Sorry, mourning
Yeah.
dove. Your
Sorry,
song
mourning
is
dove.
very pretty.
We still love you.
We still love you, but bluebird's getting you.
Just don't pick any fights.
Now we're getting
You're a
into,
lover, not a fighter.
Now we're getting into the spooky, scary birds.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
We have hawk versus hawk.
Oh.
Oh.
We have the red-tailed hawk
Mm.
versus the red-shouldered hawk.
Interesting.
Seem like they would be similar, and I think maybe they are. I think this is a pretty even fight.
Okay.
So the red-tailed hawk is very territorial, and they often stay put in like one main area, and they only fly about half a square mile to 2 square miles away from their nest territory, only to get food. So they very much guard their place.
Mhm.
And I will play the red-tailed hawk.
Wow.
That's all you need.
That's
That's
pretty
all
cool.
you need. The red-shouldered hawk is very similar, very territorial and aggressive to other birds, but can be nicer to humans or human-populated areas.
Mm.
And the red-shouldered hawk sounds like this. Fight!
Hmm.
Man. Oh, I wanted the red shoulder hawk.
I feel like I gotta give it to the red-tailed one. Like that screech is
Yeah.
like
It's so powerful.
don't
It's
get-
it's iconic for another bird. that's how powerful it is.
like, if I heard that in the wild, I'd start running. I'd be intimidated.
Yeah. Graham.
I think it's the red-tailed hawk.
Red-tailed
Yeah.
hawk?
I feel like the only advantage that, so you said a red-shouldered hawk would be like they're friendlier around humans.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like maybe they're a little bit more intelligent in like
Mm.
the sense of like they know how to use allies.
Yeah.
But
Are they going to recruit
I don't know that-
humans to fight for them?
They're
I
gonna
don't
bring
think
us
that's
in.
allowed.
yeah, I don't think that's allowed.
I don't think
So-
interspecies help.
Yeah. I also don't know that a human would really be able to help.
Yeah.
They're kind of up there, and we're
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I could
We're kind of grounded.
We're like,
beat a
get
red-tailed
them.
hawk.
Woo, I
I w-
support you.
I will say, I think the part about the red-tailed hawk like stays in the same spot and like
Mm.
doesn't ever leave. So they're not very familiar with like a lot of the surrounding area, they only go at most like 2 square miles away. Did not read that about the red-shouldered hawk. So maybe they understand a bit more. They can come from the outside and come in and leave and
That's what I was thinking too. Because as far as I'm aware, red-shouldered hawks tend to have like a wider range for their hunting.
Oh.
I wish I knew more about hawk hunting patterns, but I don't. So I feel like that definitely gives the red-shouldered hawk like an advantage to like its tactics.
Yeah.
You know, it can definitely, I think, outmaneuver a red-tailed hawk, and I think in an aerial battle, that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
so
know.
I feel like physically, like they're pretty even. They're like pretty even. It's like 2 hawks, and they're both very aggressive.
Yeah.
So then, if the red-shouldered one has the leg up on like knowing surroundings, whatever, maybe the red-shouldered hawk takes it.
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know that call, man. That
It's a-
I
it's
just
a-
I can't give like a ski like the L
It was
if it's gonna like go up against it.
well, but it was.
That's my imitation for the day.
Okay. Thank you for that.
I think this makes you unpatriotic. The red-shouldered
I
hawk
guess.
is closer to a bald eagle call, you know.
Well, so the red-shouldered hawk is. Oh, it is because don't in movies when eagles are depicted, don't they give the eagle a hawk call?
Yeah.
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 hmm
I remember like seeing that somewhere and being so upset that I had been lied
Fun
to.
fact.
Fun fact.
There you go.
Do we want to vote?
Sure.
Vote.
Red-tailed.
Shoulders.
Shouldered.
On second thought, shoulder.
Really?
Yeah.
Haha, you
There
lose.
we go.
I was
The
on
birds
the,
are supposed to be fighting, not us.
I was on the fence initially too, but I'm like, oh, the scream's pretty cool, but like the whole thing of not leaving like their area like that much, like I feel like that is kind of a detriment.
Yeah.
Okay, and also
I would say I'm rooting for the red-shouldered,
you can't
but I don't believe in them.
you can't like win a fight by having like a cooler like sound.
That's fair.
Hmm.
Well,
It's won me a few fights.
I guess
And if you're in a rap battle, I feel like
Well, yeah.
that's true.
Okay, next podcast. Indiana Birds
Bird
rap
rap battle.
battle. Okay, so who won? Shouldered hawk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta mark it in my notes here so we remember. Now we have woodpecker versus woodpecker.
Oh.
We have the red-bellied woodpecker versus the red-headed woodpecker.
Oh my gosh.
Again, what?
That sounds
Just so many.
the red-headed woodpecker is Woody Woodpecker, isn't it?
Is it?
Like the cartoon?
It sure is.
Like the
You know the cartoon that your grandparents probably liked, or your great grandparents.
or that I probably like.
I probably have seen it. I just don't remember. But yeah, sure, for
Yeah.
sure. So
Comment down below if you know Woody Woodpecker.
Comment down
Like,
below.
comment, subscribe if you liked Woody Woodpecker.
and follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
The red-bellied woodpecker is very territorial, defend their nests and young aggressively, and they may directly attack predators that come near the nest. When they are approached by a predator, they will either hide from the predator or harass it with alarm calls. So there's that. Oh, wait, let me play the sound for you. Here's the red-bellied woodpecker. Okay, it
That
only
it?
gave me
Wow,
one.
okay.
It gave me
Alright.
one.
I think one was all we needed.
That would
That's all
ward
we
me.
That
off.
would annoy me. Yeah.
The red-headed woodpecker, I don't have as many notes for, but I just have a quote that I got. It says, very playful and feisty personality, which adds to its almost clownish charisma. And I don't fully know what that means.
Dude, it really is Woody Woodpecker.
Here's the red-headed woodpecker.
That's the same call. It did too, though.
It did do too.
You got 2 that time. You're welcome.
Don't you feel special?
Fight.
I feel like we're lacking just a little bit of information on the red-headed woodpecker.
Mm-hmm.
We know about their clownish charisma, which is great because maybe it can like distract.
Yeah. No, I like the clownish charisma. like if you're in a fight with someone and they just like,
Pull out a bunch of scarves.
yeah, you're like, oh my gosh.
Whoa, what is happening?
And then they like pull out a rabbit of their hat and they throw it at you. Like I would be so disoriented. And then they wrap you in the scarves and then you're down on the ground with a rabbit on top of you.
Whoa.
Like that's an L.
It seems like you've been through it before.
And
You
yeah,
described it so much.
sorry
detail.
to relive that in front of you guys.
Nate, what do you think?
I'm really torn on this one. I feel like the clownish nature could work to some extent, but like for just how territorial like the red-bellied ones are, I feel like I gotta give it to them, honestly. Like that is like you get anywhere near close to them, they're just like throwing hands instantly.
Mhm.
They're like on site.
Yeah.
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 That's what it sounds like, at least. You know, if it's like you know, a red-headed woodpecker's coming at a red-bellied woodpecker's nest, I think that's definitely in the red-bellied woodpecker's favor.
Yeah.
I want to know how many like pecks per minute they can do.
Okay, that's what I was thinking because they're both woodpeckers.
Yeah.
So they both have like the same attack.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe they're both like physically pretty equal. But the red-bellied, it did say, is very territorial. So maybe they're more willing to fight more
Oh.
aggressively.
Well, if it's like a fight to the death and they both understand that it's a fight to the death, then like it wouldn't matter so much.
But the red-headed one is just kind of goofy, you know?
Yeah.
He's a silly
Dude,
little
he's
guy.
funky. He's just like jumping around. What are you going to do in a fight if someone's jumping around you? You're going to get disoriented.
Yeah.
Mm.
Should we vote?
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
I have my answer.
Go ahead.
Redheaded.
I also think it's the red-headed woodpecker.
Huh. Okay, Nate.
I still gotta go red-bellied on that one.
I don't know what you mean by red-headed.
Wait, what is it?
He's just goofy. No, that is the
Oh, okay. I was like, I got it wrong.
He's just goofy. I gotta go red-bellied, which means we need a tiebreaker.
Audience?
LJ? Cole, do you have thoughts?
LJ, do you want it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come up to the mic, LJ.
I can like sit up. Hi.
Yay, LJ, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, woo!
I'll do a little dance.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do this. I believe in silly guy superiority, personally. So I'm personally going redheaded. Because, you know, it's like a goofy little guy. I'm like picturing it like a cartoon character. Like he's going to like move like his head back. He's going to be he's going to like dance around. Yeah. He's got the big mouth in his back pocket.
It's just Woody Woodpecker again. That's what we just. It just
Yeah.
always comes back to him, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like wing to wing, you know. I feel like a silly little guy wins against a hot-headed guy, you know. That's my juice, though.
Okay.
Cole, thoughts?
That's a good point.
Do you want to share your thoughts?
I don't have anything important to say.
Cole says he's going red-bellied.
I think.
Once again, it's a perfect tie.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
And this time, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be swayed to red-headed.
Okay, here we go.
I can definitely.
So-
agree.
Here's the real fight.
No, all right. So, you said they're
Sitting
both.
up in his seat. Like, okay, let's break it down here.
Sorry. I think that like you said that they're like pretty evenly matched in terms of like size and strength. So I
Yeah.
think it's gonna come down to tactics. And I think having those like silly goofy guy tactics where you're just like jumping around and like, you know, do, and then you get them.
I think.
And
I
there's
think-
my argument for why.
I definitely think in a woodpecker battle, whoever gets the first peck wins, right?
True.
Fair enough.
Because of how fast they can peck at each other.
Mm.
So I definitely think clown tactics definitely comes in the favor, you know, of the clown who
Yeah.
can like move around and like maybe tire out the more aggressive fighter to finally land the first and final peck.
Wow.
It's
The first and final peck.
Like a Western showdown.
yeah. Like if someone came, like if someone was like coming at you and they were gonna like punch you, and then you sneezed on them, and they'd be like, "Oh," and then you could.
Dude.
Okay, but I feel like, sorry, I'm fighting you back on this. I feel like you're thinking of a scene that would be like in a cartoon, which is just not how nature works. Like,
I think that's a fair
if
argument
you're
considering we based everything off of
off
Woody,
Woody Woodpecker. If you're like in nature
Mhm.
and you're like, all right, I'm gonna fight this other woodpecker,
Yeah.
and you see him being goofy, you're gonna be like, okay, whatever, this one's gonna be easy for me, and then
It's
you
gonna make you mad.
you just take him out and he's done.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I will withdraw my. I think for all intents and purposes, the red-bellied probably would win,
Yeah.
but I would love to see the fight where the red-headed won.
I'm sticking to my guns. You guys can outvote me, but that's fine.
I think red belly
I'll abstain.
is taking it. Red belly woodpecker.
Woo.
Yeah. Okay, we're on to our last pairing.
Oh,
This is the great blue heron
Mhm.
versus, okay, I don't know how to say this name, so you might have to help me. The great egret.
Yeah.
Egret.
Both are fine. I usually
Okay.
say egret.
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 Both bigger birds. Yes.
What was the first one again?
The great blue heron.
Okay.
Iconic.
I don't think I've heard of either of them.
You don't know what
Never
a blue
mind.
heron
Not
is?
iconic, apparently.
The blue heron is like a big bird that kind of hangs out around water, correct?
Yes.
I'm like running everything by Bishop, who's the biology major. But they're both bigger birds. I don't know if the egret is also around water.
I'm also not sure.
Okay.
Let me pull up a picture of a blue heron for Graham here because he's definitely seen
There's
these
one
before.
on my little You've definitely seen a blue heron before. The top one.
It's not blue.
It's
Okay.
sometimes it looks
Shade of
blue,
blue.
sometimes.
It's not blue enough for me. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway. The traits of the great blue heron, they prefer to hunt alone, lone ranger,
Mm.
but they may sometimes sleep in groups of over 100 other herons. They will aggressively defend their nest and they're very territorial. And this is the call of the great blue heron. That's enough. And then the great egret,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have it, I think, is relatively quiet, gentle in nature, and thought of as a symbol of peace. But don't be mistaken.
Oh.
Also are very territorial and aggressive when they need to be. And they defend their space with sharp bill jabs and
Ooh.
harsh calls. And this is the sound of the great egret. Whoa, that was
That's like a
crazy.
growl straight up.
Yeah.
Everyone's reminder that birds are dinosaurs.
Shoot, yeah.
Yeah, I agree to that.
I mean,
think
they
birds
are
dinosaurs.
genetically and taxonomically.
Oh,
They are dinosaurs.
I thought it was just like a
Not
your
metaphorically.
he was
uncle
being
comes out of the
goofy.
garage and he's like, birds are dinosaurs. And then you're like, okay, Uncle Gary, go back to the garage.
Fight.
I'm really not sure because I don't know enough about egrets, which is something I say every day. But like blue herons, they're iconic. I love them so much.
Mhm.
I have a slight bird fight experience actually from this earlier this year.
You've experienced the aggression firsthand.
Secondhand.
That's
I wasn't
pretty-
at the fight.
Okay.
It was
So,
there was back in my hometown in Warsaw. We have this boardwalk that goes into some of the the boardwalk behind the hospital, right? That goes into like around Pike Lake, those wetlands. There was a pair of blue herons that were roosting there earlier this year, which is really cool, nesting. And And every time I went there, they were standing off with a few ducks who were getting a little too close to their nest. I never saw a fight, but
Oh,
tensions were high.
Dang.
tensions were high.
Tensions were high.
Tensions were tensions were high. Tensions were high. Jay loves it when we whisper into the mic.
Jay, did you love
Jay,
that?
do you love it when we whisper into the mic? Hi, Jay and Post.
Is this gonna make the?
Anyway,
Anyway,
Anyways, guys. So
Nate, Graham, thoughts?
you go. I talk a lot.
I am like 50-50 on this one right now, because like the heron is like, it sounds like it's pretty like self-sufficient of like going on its own sometimes, but also be able to work in groups, which I think is a good dynamic for it to have. But also then with like the egret of like being pretty aggressive too, and also just that call is freaky. Like I said before with the one other one of like hearing that I'd be freaked out. I hear that I am sprinting. I am like Usain Bolt sprinting out of whatever foresty area I am to get away from that, because I would be losing it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I am not sure.
I want to go. I'm very like in a similar spot here. I want to go with the heron, because when you like, first of all, it sounds like it's like used to getting into fights. So it probably has like a little bit of like battle experience. So its battle IQ is going to be better.
Battle experience.
the battle hardened heron.
And it's like used to doing it alone. It like prefers to do it alone. So I think that's a bit in its favor. And then also, I think when you said that it's like a Lone Ranger, that like reminded me of Clint Eastwood. So I'm just like picturing Clint Eastwood,
Blue heron.
Blue Heron.
Clint Eastwood. Can you spot the difference?
Clint Eastwood never loses. Except when he does, but that probably doesn't happen normally. I watch Dirty Harry.
Very cool.
I kind of think it's the egret, honestly, because listen, hey,
I don't think I've agreed with you on a single one,
I don't think we have.
except for like,
When I got swayed to your side for the cardinal,
yeah,
yeah,
and also the second one. So I guess maybe two.
Never, except for half of them.
yeah, there's literally 5 matchups. I kind of think the egret has it because it says they're, relatively quiet. They're a symbol of peace. So they have like, they can put on like, oh my gosh, I'm just so peaceful. I'm so nice. Like, come and hang out with me. This is gonna be an easier fight for the other guy because I'm just so nice. And then all of a sudden, sharp bill jab, and then they yell in your face. So I feel like that's pretty, and that call is scary. It's like deeper and more like guttural. Yeah. More than I would expect from like a bird. Like it doesn't sound like a bird to me.
Yeah.
So that's my piece on it.
I mean, the heron's no stranger to sharp bill jabs. They
That's true.
fish.
That's
they
true.
eat fish
Yeah.
and all that. So I feel like
It says that the egret is calm, not like manipulative. And I feel like that scenario that you pitched was more like manipulative. And I think like it could happen,
Okay.
but I don't know that like
Okay.
the egret would have the state of mind to be like, "Oh, you think I'm calm and peaceful? Here I am over here in the sharp.
Okay,
Yeah.
but okay. First of all, I didn't say calm. I said gentle nature.
Whatever.
But also, all of that, but on top of that, are very territorial and aggressive.
True.
So, they're like.
But that's
"Oh
like
gosh,
all birds at this point.
Yeah, they're all territorial.
Yeah.
that is true.
That's
If you get in
the
the face of
common-
any animal, it's probably
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
to not be happy about that.
But like,
I feel like if you search up like terms for birds, like the two that pop up are territorial and aggressive.
but picture this: they both enter the arena. Right?
Okay.
The blue heron sees the egret in the distance. And the egret's just like kind of like just hanging out. Like he's quiet, he's shy maybe, very gentle. And the blue heron's like, this is easy. Easy money. I'm just going straight in They don't even think twice. They don't even really have a tactic. They're like, I'm just gonna go in, get it done quick because look at that bird. So gentle in nature. They go in and then out of nowhere, egret turns around. Ha! Feel my sharp bill jab. And then they also scream. And then the heron's like, what's going on? It hurts and I'm getting yelled at. And then they lose. Did you like my picture that I just presented for you?
It was a
You're
pretty cool
welcome.
picture. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
I don't think it was very persuasive though. I think in like
Try.
How does that make you feel?
Just a little bit sad, but
I'm
it's
sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I think in like a wild encounter, I think an egret could like avoid a confrontation with a heron by giving off that by using its peaceful nature to be like, I have nothing to be afraid of, therefore you know I'm stronger than you. But this is about fighting.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
I
I think
feel
they're
like
both going in tweaked and ready to go.
yeah,
know?
yeah. Tweaked and ready to go is good.
And like I said before, I don't know a lot about egrets, but like, you know, blue herons, they're like
Who
around
does?
4 feet tall. They have about a 6 foot wingspan.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know
big.
about that wingspan.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
As far
That
as from
wingspan
what you
just
from what you said, egrets are about the same size, right?
it's supposed to be that way.
So
Well, then never mind.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm. I don't know.
I'm sticking with heron.
I think it's the heron.
I can be swayed to heron.
I'm still on egret. I'll be honest.
It's just the call, isn't it?
It's really cool.
It's just a deeper, longer call.
It's really cool.
Are you swayed or should we go to the audience?
Let's go to the audience.
Okay.
I'm curious.
LJ, Cole.
LJ, welcome back to the podcast.
Okay. There you go. It's hard. Hi.
Is he in frame like at all?
Kind of maybe.
Cool.
I'll be like on face off camera. Yeah. Actually, can you talk for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So I'm personally feeling egret as well, because he kind of like it sounds like a machine gun guy. You know?
He's a machine.
Yeah, he's a machine. He's a fighting machine. I think that he's really kind of got it under the wraps here, you know. And like with like the territorial like defenses and junk, like this isn't like his first kind of scrap. That's
Yeah.
what I'm feeling.
He's not building territorial defenses.
I mean, it sounds like it. Like, was it like the sharp things?
I was focusing so hard on doing.
Didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything he said.
You said egret.
Really?
Yeah. So.
All right. Honestly,
Egret. Heron.
What do you think?
I think the scenario that you laid out is reasonable enough. I'll take that L.
Okay. So the egret
Egret.
takes it.
Cole, what were you gonna say? You looked like you were gonna
Oh
say.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
egret. Okay, it's all egret.
Egret.
That's fine.
No,
Maybe I
it's
just
fine,
maybe I just love
guess.
herons.
We just don't know enough about egrets.
That's the That's the new tagline, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to Indian Outdoors. We don't know enough about egrets. Can we get that on a t-shirt? Can we
It's
get
like
that on
such
a
a easily fixable mantra.
Yeah, just go learn
So-
about them.
Well, that's good, right? It's actionable.
Take this as a sign. Go learn about egrets.
Hey, everyone, take a second out of your day and read about egrets.
Please.
Anyways, that was our last lineup. I'll go through them again and remind everybody of our winners.
Hmm.
First, we had the Northern Cardinal versus the American Goldfinch. We had the Northern Cardinal as the winner. Second, we had the Mourning Dove versus the Eastern Bluebird. We had the Eastern Bluebird as the winner.
That one was unanimous.
Yeah. The third pair up, we had the Red-tailed Hawk versus the Red-shouldered Hawk. We had the Red-shouldered Hawk as the winner. Fourth one, we had the Red-bellied Woodpecker versus the Red-headed Woodpecker. We said red-bellied, even though we love Woody Woodpecker apparently.
Love Woody Woodpecker.
Red-bellied Woodpecker wins. And then our last one we just did, Blue Heron versus Egret. Egret takes it. What a day for bird battles.
What a day.
Very good. I definitely think this could make a return.
Should we comment down below if
Yeah.
you want part
I feel
two
like I
bird
just like
battle.
endured something. That was like a lot.
That was great. I didn't realize this was a sports podcast.
I put in so much effort for like such a low stakes.
Yeah, for real.
No, this is important.
It is important.
If we do this next time, I would love to get the list so that I could do a little bit more research and bring some more biological
Dude,
knowledge.
research for this would be crazy.
Maybe we do like Indiana like mammals.
That would be really cool.
Oh,
Squirrels and-
yeah.
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 Okay, tune in. Maybe.
Real
who's
quick
to
though, I think
say?
we can all agree that like the egret would sweep the rest of the birds, right?
Oh yeah.
hands
Overall,
down.
if all of them were in the arena,
Not over the
together-
hawk.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
The hawk is literally
Yeah.
made for killing.
Yeah.
But also hawk, egret,
Oh, in
There's a
terms of
size
size?
difference. That's actually not that important because blue
Egrets
herons are
aren't that
like-
mobile, though, are they?
I think the egret
No.
just kind of hangs out.
Yeah.
And the hawk can be like,
Hawk can just like, cha, 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 cha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Also, blue herons are like 5 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
There's one bird though that was not on the list that I think could sweep all of them.
please share.
The Indiana seagulls that we have here,
oh for sure.
We didn't talk about the Ball State geese.
or the geese, the Muncie geese,
The geese would
especially.
sweep. Goose, hands down.
I think they're a bunch of punks. I don't think they're that good.
6
I think
foot
I could take
wingspan.
'em.
6 foot wingspan for geese.
Yeah.
I feel like, well, actually, maybe I don't talk about inciting violence on
yeah.
geese.
Don't be nice to the
Be nice to the geese. They're
Just
not
walk
nice to
around
you.
them.
Like that.
Take the high ground. Be
Yeah.
like Obi-Wan.
We're better than geese.
That's all, Rodican.
Anyways, we're running out of time. We've been recording for quite a while.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to all of our winning birds. Yay, birds.
Yay.
They don't know that this is a thing.
I'm gonna go tell them
Um,
afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We'll have to break it to them.
You guys won.
We'll like line them up in front of us.
Thanks so much for tuning into the podcast. That's all we have for you today. If you're listening to this, then you're already on our YouTube channel. So go ahead and check out our other videos and subscribe and like and comment. I don't normally tell you to do that, but you should if you enjoyed it. Also, if you want to connect with us on another platform, we do have an Instagram at Indiana_outdoors_BSU. So make sure to connect with us on there to see fun behind the scenes pictures and stuff about new things happening. We do have our first video project in the works coming soon.
Yeah,
We're
it's
gonna
gonna be
visit.
great.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
I
We're
am
gonna
also very
visit,
excited.
Cardinal Greenway and make a fun video about that. That's all that I'll tell you because you should watch the
Yeah,
video
go
when
watch
it
the
comes
video.
out. That's all we have. I forgot to. So at the end we say go hug a tree all together.
Okay.
hmm
So have a great rest of your day and
Go
Hug
hug
a
a tree.
tree.